We have a Southwest Airlines jet that has aborted landing just a feet away from the ground at Chicago Midway after a private jet suddenly taxied onto the runway. Big breaking updates coming in. We are told the flight performed a go-around and then finally landed safely minutes later. The FAA has launched an investigation into the incident. So this is extremely scary, and remember, there have been several similar incidents that have been reported in the recent past in the United States that has raised some serious questions on airline safety. So this is a Southwest Airlines flight that avoided a possible conflict with another aircraft on Tuesday morning before finally landing safely at Chicago Midway Airport. Srinjoy, this is very scary, and unfortunately, over the last few weeks, we've seen several such incidents that have raised some serious concerns over air safety in the United States. What's happening?
Well, there was an air crash. About 60 people died when a plane collided with a helicopter. But there have been several near misses after that. And it's important to check out what happened in this case in Chicago. And only then can we say what really happened, whose fault is it. So naturally, an investigation will be necessary, a thorough one, because lives are involved. And only then can it be said what really happened and who is at fault for this.
Okay, all right. Srinjoy, thank you for joining us. Let's show our viewers these visuals, and just imagine you are on board this flight and imagine the kind of scare that you could go through. This is the Southwest Airlines flight 2504, which FlightAware says departed from Omaha, and it's in Nebraska at 8:26 a.m. But look at how scary it is. If you are a passenger on board this flight, and like Srinjoy was also pointing out, multiple cases that have taken place where the flight, one of course, left several people dead. There have been several other incidents where passengers had a very, very narrow escape. And look at it, it taxied for a while. It was just about to land when moments after that, it immediately takes off because it was avoiding a clash. So it had to perform a precautionary go-around to avoid the other aircraft that was entering the runway. So imagine the scare for the passengers and imagine the fatalities that could have taken place. It was avoided at the very last moment. But imagine how scary it could have been. So Srinjoy, especially considering what has happened over the last few weeks and the incidents that have been reported with even people losing lives, one flight also leaving several people. Thankfully, they had to, of course, eject from the flight. They made it alive. But this is a big, big scare for the passengers. Are there any measures being taken to look at what's happening, to put things in place to ensure that such incidents can be avoided entirely?
Well, there have been a series of incidents, yes. There has been a crash, a collision, which led to over 60 deaths when a plane crashed with a helicopter near Washington, D.C. But this is a near miss. Now, near misses are very dangerous, and clearly there has to be an investigation to find out how this happened. First of all, there are two or three things. Who is at fault? Now, an investigation will reveal who is at fault. Once that happens, then action can be taken. Is it a pilot error? Is it a problem with the staffing? All of these things have to be looked at. Only then can a decision be taken and can responsibility be fixed, because it's a serious case, and serious cases require serious investigations, and then a decision has to be taken to find who is responsible and action taken. But this is very dangerous. From the photographs, it's very, very clear that this is something which should not have happened. It was hugely avoidable, and it has happened, and it's very worrying because it could happen again.
Absolutely, and it's so scary, and the visuals show what a near miss it was. It could have ended up in several fatalities. Srinjoy, do stay with us. We have more